Welcome to Next Trekking Adventure. We hope that you'll like and subscribe to our channel. On this episode, we head north from Seaside, Oregon up to LaConner, Washington, and stay at the Thousand Trails in LaConner. It's right on the Puget Sound. We get to break out all our toys. We give our inflatable kayaks their debut run out of the open waters, and then we get to ride our electric bike. Some of Terry's helmet's dead.
So we're officially headed out to leave Oregon on this Sunday, May 8th, Mother's Day. What do you think about that?
Yay! Happy Mother's Day! And as much as I love the coast, it's been cold and rainy, so I'm okay leaving the coast for a while here. Oregon coast is beautiful anytime, but it's been really rainy. Everything was muddy when we're packing it up. It was, but we're heading up to Chehalis, Washington, so we'll be along the I-5 corridor. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer. We'll have a week there to clean up everything, get all the mud off. Tried to clean it up as I go, but yeah. Anyways, super excited to be hitting the road.
And we got all our new gadgets.
Well, we did make it up to Chehalis Thousand Trails. We have AT&T. We could not get cell service. We were told Verizon's better, but it wasn't just that. The campground is tight and muddy. After 2 days, we just couldn't stay. Terry's working full time, and we need reliable Wi-Fi and cell service. So we hit the road and headed on our way. So we made it up to LaConner Thousand Trails, and it's just getting closer to June, so we had some nicer weather. LaConner Thousand Trails, the location is fabulous, right on the Puget Sound, calm waters. There is no clamming or any activities like that, but you can certainly take out your kayaks and paddle around. There's no clamming because it's actually part of the tribal lands there. Okay, so we're finally getting some good weather, and we've got these inflatables that we are really excited to get them in the water and give them their maiden voyage and just see how well they work, mainly to see if we want to keep packing them around. What we found was these were awesome for colder water because you don't get splashed on. We had paddle boards as well. We didn't want to do the paddle boards because that is cold water. But these inflatable kayaks were perfect for the Puget Sound. This is really cool. They give you this specially fitted for this, and you twist it in, and it tells you, and then you can let air out to get it to the right where it wants to be. I did way too much work.
Yeah, you did 80, what did I say, 80 pumps?
Yeah, I could have stopped at 70.
I think so.
Okay. So it's got...
Now you got to do the other side.
It's got red, yellow, green. Because the water's so cold that it's going to shrink. So I'm leaving it in the yellow. If it was hot out, warm water, I'd probably just get it down to the green. That's good. With both kayaks properly inflated, we got them down to the water. And one of the things to watch is just how fast the tide goes out and how fast the tide comes in. So it had moved out about 3-4 feet by the time we got the second kayak down to the water. Well, Miss Terry volunteered to be the guinea pig so I could film it and use my drone, and I hadn't got the drone up in the air for a while, so I was excited to do that as well. So we fired the drone up, Terry jumped in the kayak, and we did some droning and kayaking.
So here goes Mark. I tested it out and I think it's perfect for me.
How to get 1 million followers. Go out and drown in a kayak.
Well, you're not going to drown. You might fall out.
Well, I just had to check them for stability, see if they could handle the big guy. And, they're very stable. I'm wiggling pretty good there and never felt like I was going to capsize or anything like that. These kayaks were a lot of fun, very stable, and we only had one time kind of got caught in a little bit of a current, and we had to work really hard to get out of it. So you really do want to watch the tide, pull up the tide tables to find out when the tide's coming in and when the tide's coming out.
What was that?
Feels so good to be back on the water.
So it doesn't take much. I wanted to show you this because this was a pile of rocks about 12 by 20 that this eagle was sitting on, and it took about 15-20 minutes for the tide to come up, and now there's just a little bit. What I want you to see is look at the current now. That was smooth as glass, but when the tide's coming in, so if you are going to kayak out here, you really have to pay close attention to the tides. When it changes, you got to get out of the water.
But we finally made it to sunset, but there hasn't been any sunsets. It's been cloud set. Is there such a thing? Yeah, so it's just been raining. And this is our first day where we have a really beautiful sunset.
Oh. I thought I was.
Yeah. So I'm going to spin the camera around because as attractive as we are, super sexy, the better view is the other direction.
Mm-hmm. So these are some of the things you just can't do in your bricks and sticks.
because you got grass to mow, you got things you got to do. Of course, and when you got kids, there's no time to take for the sunsets and just sit on a log on the beach. And that's what we're doing right now. Just sitting on a log, watching the sunset. And occasionally, you can kind of see one way over there. Jet fighters, would-be islands across the way from us. And so we hear them all the time. The jet fighters are going almost nonstop, it seems. But so would-be islands got a little military base there. But yeah, so it's cool to see them. But the sunset, we've got seals that keep popping up out there. I've counted at least 4.
Did you say sun?
Yeah, sunset. Sun.
We haven't seen the sun for a couple days.
No. And we're back to wearing thick coats. I'm wearing like a winter,
layered up
a winter coat, something I would ski in darn near.
Got the gloves on.
And it's May. So yeah. And it's not just that our blood has thinned a little bit from being in Puerto Rico. It's cold. And this is unusually cold, for Washington State, even this far north. Normally it'd be in the 60s still, but good Lord. Cold.
It's supposed to get up to 64 on Saturday.
Yeah. And, man, we've got a special 4 or 5 days that we're going to get to share with you guys. I can't wait. It's going to be super cool. It's not going to be in the RV. We're going to be able to park the RV, and we're gonna do something unique.
Which time? Memorial Day weekend?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Something that you get to do when you're near the San Juan Islands, and you get those type of opportunities, that type of ocean. So, so we're excited about that. So we're gonna call this a day, and we're gonna see you
on our next trekking adventure.